And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Sellers through the noise. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And listen to this crowd. On the opening play of the game, the defense picks up a huge sack and they force a negative play. And just imagine, David, being this quarterback for a moment. You were already facing a lot of pressure. You were already facing a great pass rush. And it just feels like a tidal wave of emotion.
He's loose. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They go play action with Sellers. Reels it in. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They don't need a bunch on second down. Here's a give to Durham. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Throwing Sellers. Looking left. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Sends it back in motion. Drops back. It's Bentley. Left side, it's Blaylock. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Blaylock. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback changing the play.
Sweep. Spider under. Hydro. Jet.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Gonna throw it deep. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs...
Caught, and he's got room. The 20. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it
time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Here we go. Ready? Go!
To the air. It's Bentley. Hit as he throws. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds his target. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The old Larynx is going to get a workout today with all these Boomer Sooners cascading down here in Oklahoma.
I do love that about college football, the individual chance you get. And when you get going early, when you get going and get this crowd going in a game, and they can be a big part of it, man, it energizes the whole team. And you hear what in this stadium, Reese?
Boomer!
Sooner!
They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So first down here as they go back to work. Follows his blocks. It's Berry. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Might as well run him again. Breaks into the open. He's at the 50. Past the 30. The 10. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Extra point here will tie the game. And the point after is good. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Unloads in the nick of time.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable, man. He didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Blaylock. Trying to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Making the adjustment. Dropping back, it's Bentley. Looking for a deep man. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Sooners line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. On the return. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it, and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Now the toss. There he goes. Past the 50. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Tigers. Great job by the back on the option.
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. On the draw, it's Blaylock. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And finally, we see a little bit of that which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. Today, the defense has absolutely shut him down. That was actually his longest carry of the day. They're going to need more of that from this offense.
And that one's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Out wide left, it's Thomas. Snags it and he's open. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Making the adjustment on the play. Back to pass, it's Bentley. Caught. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom. Stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
From the 30-yard line on 1st down. Lost to throw again. Gets rid of it.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
Motion from the back. 2nd down to the air. Out wide right, it's Blaylock. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more.
Unleashes one deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Sellers fires to the middle. Incomplete, a 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
Long way to go on second down. Quarterback keeper. A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Now here's Sellers. Throws to the tight end. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Hits inside. It's Blaylock. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw, it's Bentley. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Buying time to his right. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Fair catch will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Play fake, Sellers. Moves to his right. Rolling, throwing, looking right. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive, maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on 1st down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Here's Sellers to throw. Got his man. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Sellers. Here comes the heat. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. From the gun on third down, Sellers. They get to him as he throws. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies in their matchup against the number 12 team, the Michigan Wolverines. And it's Texas A&M keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Back to pass on second down. Wide open downfield. There's a crease. 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And that one will give him the lead.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. And the defense got it. Knocked out of bounds and sticking with that running game as they get deeper in the red zone. Great place to start for this offense. From the gun, it's Blaylock. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that separated out.
He'll take it himself. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And man, that's so frustrating for this defense to get him in third down and short. And look, the first down's almost a touchdown, right? So this is a tough situation. This defense is going to have to bring in big bodies and really sell out somehow. Try to get some penetration. Try to make a big play on first and goal that can maybe back them up.
He is denied, and it'll be second and goal. Calls his own number. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. After that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something.
Snags it, and there's running room. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. That last big play has them in position to threaten here. 1st and 10 from the 37. Looking for space. It's Berry. Turning it on. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well. Doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked off.
Fires on the move. Left side is Wilson. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. In the red area, it's Berry. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Tigers.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Looking for a man. It's Bentley. And he avoids the sack.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Gets the back moving. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Right side, it's Blaylock. Runs through, man. He might have some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
They're going to try to get this guy the football as many ways as they can. You're going to see it, obviously, in the running game, but here doing a nice job in the pass game, too. Leaking him out of the backfield, working the right side of the field. That's a nice game by the offense.
Makes the catch, and he's free. The 20. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. The snap sets up to throw. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Throwing Sellers. Gets away. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
Got his man all the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
He'll try to do it himself.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down. Get some positive yards.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Sellers. Extending the play. On the move, he fires. Out wide left, it's Green. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Sets his feet, it's Sellers. Throws for the tight end. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. And the Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. They'll run the screen. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Dropping back, it's Bentley. Time to take a shot. Upstairs he's got it. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line.
And this offense.
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. Drops back on first down. Hauls it in. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be a first down, and the last one they'll need as they're going to get the victory in this one.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down, better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. The Sooners enter the final minute trying to drain the clock. They'll run it on first and goal. They were all over it. Now the Tigers will use their third and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It's third and goal and third and long. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it here on third and goal. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
This has been a